Welcome back to MotorVibes. Today, I'm about to show you something the industry doesn't want you to know. They said budget bikes mean compromise, gutless engines, questionable quality, embarrassing performance. That era is dead. These 13 motorcycles prove you don't need $20,000 to ride something genuinely thrilling. Number 13. Royal Enfield Hunter 350. Royal Enfield is the master of budget retro, and the Hunter 350 is their masterpiece of accessibility. Designed specifically for new riders wanting vintage looks with modern reliability, it features the J-Series 349cc air oil-cooled single, producing 20 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque. It's not fast. Top speed is around 75 miles per hour, but the engine is buttery smooth and sounds like a classic British thumper. It gets roughly 80 miles per gallon, making it practically free to run. The geometry is tuned for urban environments with steeper frame angles for quicker steering. The 31-inch seat height and wide upright handlebars create a commanding position. It feels substantial, made of real metal rather than plastic. Mark from London offers perspective. My first motorcycle ever, incredibly forgiving, light clutch, never stalled learning, looks like a proper 1960s vintage. Daily London traffic riding never overheats or complains, just works. A new Hunter costs $3,999, used examples around $3,200. Style is great, but sometimes you need a tool. The next bike is an agricultural legend Honda finally brought to the US. Number 12. The Honda XR150L. This is the farm truck of motorcycles. Honda finally brought this agricultural legend to the US market, and it's the ultimate utility machine built to survive the apocalypse. It features a 149 cubic centimeter air-cooled, carbureted single. Yes, carbureted, because it's simple technology you can fix with a screwdriver in the middle of nowhere. Making roughly 12 horsepower, it comes standard with a massive cargo rack capable of carrying firewood or groceries. Long travel suspension handles potholes, gravel, and jumps without bottoming out. The seat is thick and plush, unlike concrete planks on most dual sports. The seat height is nominally 33 inches, but suspension sags when seated, making it accessible for shorter riders. Perfect for rural explorers or RV owners, it's light enough to hang off camper vans, yet tough enough for any fire road. Dave from Utah shares, "Bought two for 1 KTM's price. My son and I ride everywhere, drop them in rocks, pick up, keep going. Not fast, but goes places BMW GS can't reach. Reliability is bulletproof." The price is shockingly low at $3,099 new. Used examples hold value well, but can be found for $2,500 used. Number 11. The Kawasaki Z500. Kawasaki updated their legendary 400 platform, boring it out to 500 to maintain dominance in the lightweight class. The Z500 is the quintessential first big bike, doing everything well while costing almost nothing to run. It features a 451 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin producing 51 horsepower. It's punchy, rev-happy, and bulletproof. It features a slipper clutch and lightweight trellis frame weighing only 366 pounds. The ergonomics are naked sports style. You sit on the bike with slight forward lean. It's aggressive enough for canyon carving, but upright enough for commuting without back pain. It's very narrow between the knees, inspiring confidence at stops. Perfect for commuters wanting weekend fun, it will do 0 to 60 faster than most sports cars and gets 60 mpg while doing it. Jessica from Austin says, "I upgraded from a Ninja 250. The Z500 feels like a rocket ship in comparison. So light I can flick it around potholes effortlessly. Insurance is cheap and it looks mean." You can buy a new Z500 for $5,500. Used models are starting to appear around $4,800. Japanese naked bikes are efficient, but the next entry proves you can get premium British finishing for less than $5,000. Number 10. The Triumph Speed 400. Triumph shocked the world by partnering with Bajaj to build a budget bike that actually feels like a Triumph. The Speed 400 brings premium British finishing to entry-level price points. It features a 398cc liquid-cooled single making 39 horsepower. It's surprisingly peppy and eager to rev. It features inverted big piston forks, ride-by-wire throttle, and traction control. The paint finish and gold anodized forks look like they belong on bikes costing twice as much. The ergonomics are neutral roadster with a 31-inch seat and wide bars that command authority. It fits a wide range of riders comfortably and feels substantial and planted, not toy-like. Perfect for the sophisticated beginner wanting a bike that earns respect at the distinguished gentleman's ride but costs less than a used Honda. Arthur from Manchester writes, "I've owned big Triumphs for years. I bought the Speed 400 as a runabout. It's brilliant. It has that Triumph DNA. The finish is flawless. It's the best value bike on the market, period." A brand new Speed 400 costs $4,995. Used ones are hovering around $4,200. Number 9. The Yamaha MT-03. Refinement is nice, but sometimes you just want to rip through the city like a hooligan. The Yamaha MT-03 is a riot. It uses the engine from the R3 sport bike, but strips away the plastic for a raw urban brawler vibe. It features a 321 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin, making 41 horsepower. It loves to rev to 12,000 RPM and is smooth, reliable, and exciting. The front face looks like a transformer, giving it a distinctive presence. The ergonomics are upright and comfortable with a sculpted tank that fits your knees perfectly. It's very low and accessible, feeling incredibly light and agile in city traffic, allowing you to filter through gaps bigger bikes can't touch. Perfect for the urban assassin, it slices through gridlock better than anything else. Tyler from New York says, "I live in Brooklyn. The MT-03 is the perfect city bike. It's narrow enough to split lanes, fast enough for the BQE, and nobody tries to steal it because it's not a flashy sport bike, it's a tank." A new MT-03 costs $4,999. You can find used examples for $3,800. Quick pick stop. Pause the video for a second, we're halfway through, and I have a serious question. Would you rather buy a brand new budget bike with a warranty or a 10-year-old premium bike with miles? Tell me in the comments, are you team new or team used? I want to see a debate down there. Number 8. The Royal Enfield Shotgun 650. If you want a cruiser that isn't a cookie-cutter Honda Rebel, the Shotgun 650 is the new cool kid on the block. It's a bobber-style custom straight from the factory. It features the legendary 648 cubic centimeter air-cooled parallel twin, making 47 horsepower and 38 pound-feet of torque. It has a 270-degree crank that gives it a lovely rumble. It's built like a tank, using real steel fenders and side panels rather than cheap plastic. The ergonomics are unique with mid-set foot pegs and flat bars. You sit in a commanding, slightly aggressive posture. The seat is a solo floating unit, though a passenger pad is included if you want to ruin the lines. It's heavy, but carries the weight low. Perfect for the custom enthusiast, it's a blank canvas that looks great stock but begs to be modified. Leo from Chicago says, "I traded my Sportster for the Shotgun. The Enfield engine is smoother and just as fun. The build quality is shocking for the price. It feels solid. I get asked what it is at every stoplight." A new Shotgun costs $6,890. Used ones are hard to find, but expect to pay $6,000. Number 7. The KTM 390 Duke Gen 3. The corner rocket has been completely redesigned. The Gen 3 Duke 390 is barely a budget bike anymore in terms of specs. It's a premium lightweight weapon. It features a 399cc liquid-cooled single making 44 horsepower and 29 pound-feet of torque. It features adjustable suspension for both rebound and compression, launch control, and a track mode. These are features usually found on $20,000 bikes. The ergonomics are aggressive with a lower seat but high pegs. You're pushed over the front wheel to attack corners. It's sharp, twitchy, and exhilarating. Perfect for the canyon carver on a budget. It will embarrass 600cc sport bikes on tight roads because of its light weight. Miguel from Spain writes, "The new 390 is insane. The adjustable suspension lets me dial it in for the track. It brakes harder than my old 600. It's not a beginner bike. It's a weapon for anyone." The new price is $6,299. Used models are settling around $5,500. Aggression is fun, but sometimes reliability and low seat height are what you really need. The next bike is the savior of the cruiser market. Number 6. The Honda Rebel 500. This is the gold standard of modern metric cruisers. The Rebel 500 saved the cruiser segment for young people. It's minimalist, reliable, and infinitely customizable. It features a 471 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin making 46 horsepower, the same engine as the CB500 line, bulletproof and smooth. It uses chain drive and looks like a bobber right off the floor with fat tires and blacked-out components. The ergonomics are super relaxed with a 27.2-inch seat height, incredibly low. The pegs are mid-mounted, not too far forward. It fits short riders perfectly, but can feel cramped for those over 6 feet. Perfect for the entry-level cruiser rider, it holds its resale value better than almost any bike on this list. Amanda from Ohio says, "I bought my Rebel 3 years ago. I put 15,000 miles on it. It has never needed a repair. It's fast enough for the highway, but easy to manage in the city. I love it." A new Rebel 500 is $6,499. Used ones are rock steady at $5,000. Cruisers stay on the road. But what if you want to explore the dirt without giving up highway capability? Suzuki just updated a legend after 25 years of waiting. Number 5. The Suzuki DRZ 4S. After 25 years, Suzuki finally updated the DRZ 400. The new DRZ 4S is the dual sport everyone has been waiting for, bringing modern tech to a legendary platform without ruining the simplicity. It features a 398cc liquid-cooled single with fuel injection and a 6-speed transmission. Finally, no more searching for a non-existent 6th gear on the highway. It makes roughly 38 horsepower and has updated KYP suspension and a modern chassis. The ergonomics are typical dirt bike, with a high 37-inch seat that's narrow and flat, designed for standing up. The new engine smoothness makes highway stints bearable. Perfect for the do-it-all rider, it's a dirt bike that can commute, or a commuter that can ride single-track. Brian, a longtime DRZ owner, says, "I waited 2 decades for this. The fuel injection is crisp, and the 6th gear changes everything. I can actually ride to the trails at 70 miles per hour without screaming the engine. It's the perfect dual sport." The new price is $7,100. It's too new for a used market, but look for deals around MSRP. Dual sport's versatile, but if you want to look like a Moto3 racer on the street, there's a Chinese challenger with wings. Number 4. The CFMoto 450 SS. This is the bike that forced Kawasaki to update the Ninja 400. The CFMoto 450 SS is a sport bike that offers premium features for a bargain price. It looks like a spaceship. It features a 450cc parallel twin with a 270-degree crank that sounds like a V-twin, making 50 horsepower. It comes standard with Brembo brakes and winglets. Yes, aerodynamic winglets on a budget bike. It has a TFT display with navigation built in. The ergonomics are sporty but comfortable, with raised clip-ons and a supportive seat. It fits into the sport touring category while looking like a supersport. Perfect for the track day novice. It has the brakes and chassis to learn fast riding without the cost. Chris from Florida says, "I was skeptical of a Chinese bike, but the fit and finish blew me away. It sounds amazing stock. I've tracked it 5 times and it hasn't skipped a beat. For $5,600, it's a steal." A new 450 SS costs $5,669. Used ones can be found for $4,500. We've cleared the commuters and retro cruisers. What remains are the kings of the budget world and the #1 bike, the unicorn that combines off-road capability with highway speed for a price that makes the Europeans cry. Hide your wallet. These deals are dangerous. Number 3. The Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. The Himalayan 450 is a complete reinvention of the classic adventurer. It went from a slow tractor to a legitimate global explorer. It features the Sherpa 452 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single making 40 horsepower with ride-by-wire, riding modes, and a tripper gash with Google Maps integration. It has Showa suspension with massive travel for soaking up rocks. The ergonomics are built for the long haul with an adjustable seat and narrow tank for standing. It fits taller riders exceptionally well and feels robust and ready to be dropped. Perfect for the world traveler on a budget. It will go anywhere a BMW GS will go for a fraction of the price. Raj from India says, "The new engine is a gem. It cruises at 80 miles per hour effortlessly. I took it to Ladakh and the suspension soaked up everything. It's the best ADV bike for the money, hands down." A new Himalayan is $5,799. Used ones are starting to appear for $5,000. Adventure is great, but sometimes you just want the undisputed king of the street, the default choice. Number 2. The Kawasaki Ninja 500. The king of the class. The Ninja 500 replaces the 400 as the default answer for what sport bike should I buy. It balances performance, reliability, and resale value perfectly. It features the new 451 cubic centimeter parallel twin, making 51 horsepower, torquey and fast. It has new, aggressive styling that mimics the ZX6R and features Kib's keyless ignition on SE models. The ergonomics are the benchmark. Sporty enough to look cool, but handlebars are high enough that your wrists don't hurt. The fairing provides excellent wind protection. Perfect for everyone. Beginners start on it, experts race it, commuters save gas on it. Mike from Toronto says, "You just can't beat a Ninja. Parts are everywhere. It's fast enough to lose your license, but easy enough to learn on. I ride mine every day." A new Ninja 500 is $5,299. Used ones are around $4,500. But the #1 spot goes to the Unicorn, the bike that combined lightweight agility with serious off-road specs for a price that made the competition cry. Number 1. The CFMoto Ibex 450. This is the bike that broke the internet. The Ibex 450 is the unicorn everyone asked for, a lightweight, twin-cylinder adventure bike with real off-road specs for a budget price. It features the 449cc parallel twin making 44 horsepower, but the magic is the chassis. It has KYB adjustable suspension with 8 inches of travel, tubeless cross-spoke wheels with a 21-inch front, and weighs roughly 385 pounds dry. The ergonomics are rally-inspired with a flat seat, high bars, and adjustable windshield. It feels like a mini Yamaha T7, approachable yet capable, perfect for the real adventure rider who actually goes off-road and wants a light bike that can still do highway miles. Dan from Colorado writes, "I sold my heavy Tiger 900 for the Ibex. I have zero regrets. It handles single track like a dirt bike but cruises home at 75 miles per hour. For $6,500, it makes every other ADV bike look overpriced." A new Ibex 450 is $6,499. Used ones are holding strong at $5,800. There you have it, 13 budget motorcycles that prove the golden age of affordable riding has finally arrived. These machines don't compromise. They don't apologize. They simply deliver incredible value, genuine performance, and real reliability for prices that make premium brands nervous. The stigma is dead. The budget has been redefined. The only question left is, which one are you buying first?